turns to me and he, in a very loud and clear voice, is like, they have taken notice of her Hello guys, and welcome back to another video. As you can see from the title, I'm going to be telling funny stories from my night school today. I have made a video about the kids at night school being inappropriate before and how I dealt with that, and there was definitely some funny stories included there, so you can check that video out here if you haven't seen it already. But first of all guys, I just want to give a little update about my school situation. That is that I will no longer be going to night school. So now I'm just going to go to my main school 5 days a week. Kind of bittersweet about it. There was definitely perks to night school. All these kinds of funny stories which I'm going to get into, like although some of them were a bit awkward at the time and made things difficult to teach, certainly I will miss them, because at the end of the day it is funny. It was funny experiences, added a lot of variety to my day. It's definitely different from my main school, but you know, I'll be happy to have Friday evenings back for sure. Anyway, so update over, let's get into the funny stories. One time we were doing like a show and tell thing. They were literally writing like 1 or 2 sentences about their items. One kid had chosen something that had belonged to his girlfriend. I was walking around the classroom and I could see that he'd written it belonged to my girlfriends instead of girlfriend. So I went over to correct him and I was like, oh, no S. This means many girlfriends. And he just looks me dead in the eye like, I know. Cool, good English, moving on. In one lesson I was talking about an ideal summer vacation or summer holiday, and we were doing a mind map together on the board. So it consisted of bubbles that had words like accommodation, transportation, activities, things like that. So here's me asking for examples. You know, transportation, car, plane, whatever. And I did a slightly more complicated version of this class at my main school where they gave me normal answers. But this is night school. So naturally, the answers were a little bit different. I'm like, okay, who can give me an example of accommodation? Straight away, Ravu Hotel. Like, of course. Like, if you don't know what a love hotel is, if you've not been to Japan before, basically a hotel that you rent a room like by the hour. It's for people who want to take an adult nap together, if you know what I mean. But the thing is, like, he answered the question, it is a form of accommodation. So I was like, aye, cool. So I put it on the board, everyone was laughing and it was fine, whatever, we moved on. Then we got to activities. I'm like, okay, what do you want to do on your holiday? Literally not even a moment's thought. Oh, masturbation. I am not writing that word on the board. They always find a way to make me feel awkward, but I ended up just laughing with them. I didn't write it, but like I laughed with them and I was like, okay, very good. I was like, hey, you do you. Like, I'm not going to stop you from living your best holiday life. Oh my god, one time I was leaving class and a student comes up to me, hey, and I'm just like, oh, hey, and I assume he's just gonna say bye or he had a question about class or something. But like out of nowhere, he just looks me dead in the eye and tells me to go and fuck bitches. Just dead serious look on his face. Fuck bitches. So naturally, I'm just like, okay, bye! And I'm like running away. I'm like, I don't know how to deal with this. So there was one time I was teaching and I was maybe like 10 minutes into this lesson, and then a group of kids rock up to class late, which is not super unusual, but like whatever. But they rocked up, they'd clearly like just gone off to McDonald's in the break between the previous class and this one, and like that's not enough time to go to McDonald's, but I guess they were just like, fuck English. So they went off to McDonald's and came back like 10 minutes into my class, but like they got McDonald's to go. They hadn't eaten it. You're not allowed to bring food into class. They sat in the corridor right outside the classroom and had themselves a wee picnic. Like, the doors were open, the windows were open, everyone could see them. It was very distracting for the class. It was very distracting for me, like, we could all smell it. I'm like, yo, if you're gonna do this, at least offer me a chip. There was one kid sitting by the window, occasionally he'd just be like, "Aw," and then like a little arm would poke through it and drop a chip in his mouth. I'm just like, where's mine? Where's my food? What, you're gonna rock up late to my class and not offer me anything? What the hell? Ew. That's rude. And then finally, oh my god, I love this story. It makes me laugh every single time. So the JTE, which I've been working with at night school this year, is so lovely. I love him. He's just this sweet, like, middle-aged dude. He's got like a family and he's just really, really genuinely nice and genuinely like cares about English. And every week when I get to school, he's like really excited to just talk with me, like catch up about my week so he can practice using his English and stuff. And he's always trying to like work in some new slang he's learned, or if he's learned a joke, he'll try and like work it in like the conversation naturally and just try out little things he's learned. So during my last class with the kids, I'd brought in some photos from when I was in high school to show them. So they're like wandering around looking at the photos I left out on the desks and stuff. Some of the photos are like group photos from my high school prom. I can see that a couple of the kids are pointing and talking about one of those pictures and clearly like talking about one of the girls' large chest regions. I was like, whatever, I'm not gonna open that can of worms today. I'm just like standing there minding my own business, and then my JDE turns to me and he has this look on his face, this like suppressed grin. So I know this bitch is about to try something. He's about to try some English he's never tried before, and like he's clearly like so excited. He's like vibrating, he's so excited. And he turns to me and he in a very loud and clear voice is like, "Ah, they have taken notice of her big tits." Sensei, no. No. Sensei, no. Oh, I was so shocked because it was just so loud and clear, and then he had this huge grin on his face like he'd accomplished some great deed, and I was just like, oh my god, Sensei, that is not as okay as you think it is to say that in class to these students. Oh my god. Oh. I was so shocked. I actually did not even respond to him. I was literally just genuine, like frozen in place, and then eventually turned away, and I was just like, what just happened? Oh my god, what? Anyway, that concludes the funny stories from night school. I hope you found them amusing. Sadly, there will be no more, but if you do ever have any questions about night school, please do drop me a comment or a message on Instagram or something. And if you want to see more about my life in Japan, my experiences in the JET program, then don't forget to subscribe. Okay, thank you guys, and I'll see you next week.